All right, Jeff, getting ready to head back out to work with King Mo down there in Florida, American Top Team. You've been with him a while now. What do you expect in this trip out there?
Well, hopefully we'll have a good camp. Mo always seems to work, works a lot better down there. It's basically an MMA gym. So he gets, he gets the sparring that he needs, the wrestling that he needs, all the things that he needs, rather than being here at the, at the Mayweather gym. Basically, you get some boxing. But Mo works hard, so I'm expecting him to be ready for the fight.
Who are you taking out there with you to work with him?
Kevin Newman's going to be coming with me. But actually, he's more coming, not so much to work with Mo, but he will work with Mo also. But he's really coming just in case, there's a fight that's going to happen before he comes back here.
Oh, you're looking at maybe Kevin fighting out in Florida?
No, not in Florida. I'm just saying, because he signed with TMT. Being that I don't know when their next card is, nobody really knows at this point, but we're going to be training just in case, so he has to have something. When he gets back, he'll be ready.
What do you think about the criticism that some people have for you, saying that you kind of, you talked about Mo going back to or working with the American Top Team now, but some people criticize you for, or Mo for concentrating too much on boxing and kind of neglecting his other attributes, especially wrestling, where he's obviously great at.
Well, at the end of the day, you can't criticize me, because the thing is that Mo's in the ring, and Mo knows what works best for him. So if he chooses to box, that's his choice. If he chooses to take a guy down, that's his choice. It has nothing to do with me.
So you don't tell him to go out there and box? That's just something.
That's how he feels. No MMA fighter that I train I can go out there and tell him I want you to just box. That would be foolish, especially if the guy is, if his strength is wrestling, take the guy down. That has nothing to do with me. When a fighter's in the ring, he fights off instinct, and he knows, and what he feels is, what's his strength, and that's what he uses. So if he feels that he has a guy in front of him that he can outbox, that's his choice. It ain't my choice, it's his choice, because he has to do it.
Now, his last fight was probably the most important of his career, just because of where he was at. A loss would have been, pretty devastating, and maybe signaled the end of him as a top flight fighter. He went through that, finished the fight off. Where do you see him at in this camp? Where he's at as a fighter?
Well, I think that mentally, Mo's in a good place right now, because realistically, no matter what anyone says, Mo knows in his heart that he won the Rampage fight. So it's not as bad as people think, because it's different if he really lost to Rampage. He didn't lose to Rampage. So being with him not losing to Rampage and him feeling good about himself after that fight, he really hasn't lost it. He lost his last fight was to Newton. His last loss wasn't to Rampage.
All right. Well, last fight, the one thing you're worried about is maybe he'd overlook the guy. The guy didn't have name recognition like a Rampage or like a Newton. So he came through that flying colors. Does that mean this fight here, he wins this, he's probably going to get a big name? So how do you think he's going to approach a guy like Tom Deblass, who's a tough fighter but doesn't have that name recognition, but knowing that a big fight's just on the horizon?
Well, I think the thing is that when you go in with guys that actually don't have a big name, it's one of those situations where if you take them lightly, you can get upset. And I think that the one thing with Mo is that now Mo, after the Rampage situation, after the Newton situation, I think that, a couple wins, he'll be back to being, one of the big important faces of Bellator once again. And I think that, he knows that, these guys that they put in front of him that don't have name recognition, these are the guys that you have to beat. These are the guys that keep your career alive. So I think that, Mo's not sleeping on anyone.
All right, 2 more quick ones. I know you got to get back to work here. How important, if at all, is it for him to get another shot at Rampage?
Well, I don't necessarily know how important it is, because it's a situation in which you had no control, because the judges made the decision, but even Rampage thought he lost. So it's one of those situations that it would be great to get that fight back again, if it could be made, but made in the right place, and make the fight out here in California, make the fight anywhere except where it was, where Rampage is from, and make it where it's even playing field.
And then last thing, obviously he wasn't a fan of Bjorn Rebney's, famously So he's got Scott Coker, a guy that he likes. The mat's been changed to his liking, so he didn't slip last time. Where is he at as far as being happy? He's got a new contract. So how are his spirits as far as being a Bellator fighter at this point?
I mean, I think right now Mo's in a great place. He's in a great place because, like you said, I mean, with Bjorn, I don't know how to say the guy's name. Bjorn, whatever. I mean, with him gone, you know, I think that everybody feels a lot better. You know, feel a lot more comfortable about being in Bellator. You know, and plus, I mean, and also they did away with the tournament.
Oh,
they did away with the tournament format. So I mean, that makes it a whole lot better because now the guys can actually make a living. You know, I mean, they can fight probably every 2 months or so. So I mean, it's great that they done away with that, and also they also had a problem like, you know, with the mass also, and that's also been changed. So right now, I think everybody's a lot more happier.
All right, man. Get back to work, and good luck to you in Florida.
Yeah, jump.